Hello children, good morning. In this video we shall see 11th supplementary unit 2, A Shot in the Dark by Saki. So a shot in the dark, it is an idiom meaning an attempt to guess something when you have no knowledge about the subject. Now let us talk about the author. Hector Hugh Munro, born in 18 December 1870 and died in 14 November 1916, better known by the pen name Saki, and also frequently as H. Munro, was a British writer whose witty, mischievous, and sometimes macabre stories satirize Edwardian society and culture. He is considered a master of the short story and often compared to O. Henry. Beside his short stories, he wrote a full-length play, The Washed Pot, in collaboration with Charles Maud. Here we find certain words. Witty means intelligence, macabre, horrible, mischievous, naughty, satirize, mock. So children, before going into the story, we should know the characters first. There are four important characters. Philip Slitherby, the main character, a man who aspires to become a politician, who wishes to become a politician. Mrs. Salfin Jago, a rich and influential lady of high rank in the society. Bertie, son of Mrs. Salfin Jago. Claude People Casey, who is a friend of Slitherby. These are the four characters we find in the story. And the story begins in the train. Philip Slitherby is found to be in the train in the carriage, and he meets a person named Bertie, who is the son of Salfin Jago. Before going to the story, this story is an amusing one that describes how a man who considered himself very smart and observant find that he had mistaken the genuine plea of a stranded youth. So what we talk here of is, in the first stanza, Philip Slitherby was going to Chalkshire to spend the weekend at Bill Manor, the country residence of Mrs. Salfin Jago. He was very happy because the influence of his hostess, Mrs. Salfin Jago, in Chalkshire would help his political aspiration. As I told you, Honoria Salfin Jago, she was a lady of highly influential in the society, social importance in London. She was also a person of considerable importance and influence in the country of Shropshire. The county of Shropshire was a personal interest of Philip Slitherby. It was held for the government in the present parliament by a gentleman who did not intend to seek re-election, and Slitherby was under serious consideration by the party managers as his possible successor. So Slitherby had met Mrs. Salfin Jago at a small and friendly luncheon party and made her acquaintance. So she had invited him to Brill Manor for a weekend. So he was happy. So all this he thinks, he has his imagination while traveling, while sitting in the train. So as he's sitting in the train, he meets with one of his acquaintances. Slitherby knew that he was invited by Mrs. Salfin Jago to Brill Manor for weekend to see it was worthy candidate. If she was impressed with him, she would back to his candidate. Slitherby, as club acquaintance, was of opinion that Slitherby would have a good time as Mrs. Salfin Jago was known for her excellent hospitality. He also felt that it would be useful to Slitherby to realize his dreams of governess. So as he was looking through the window, he met his friend. He was a club acquaintances. And then after when the train started to move, the only other occupant of the carriage was a young man of 22 years who was kept on cursing and muttering. So why he was cursing and muttering? Because when he was just sitting in the train, he could not find something. So he was just busy searching. So he introduced himself to Slitherby as a Bertie, the second son of Salfin Jago, whom Slitherby was going to stay with that weekend. Bertie had left his purse behind after sealing an envelope with a crest on the purse. Crest is just emblem. So all those highly qualified people will have an emblem in the papers, seal like. He explained that Salfin crest was that of a demi-lion. Slitherby pointed out to him. So you can see the pictures over there. A demi-lion and a greyhound current crest. out to him that his mother's letter has a greyhound current crest, but he stated that it was a jago crest. He further added that his mother's hair was dark brown, similar to his. Bertie didn't needed 3 squid desperately, and he asked Slitherby to lend him. But suspecting foul play, he thought he was playing a game. Slitherby did not give him any money. As he knew, Mr. Salfin Jago was a blunt. Blunt in a sense, golden hair. She colored the hair. So what happens? So he thinks that he's telling a lie. This man, the young man, was telling a lie. So on disembarking the train, he was received by Claude People Casey, who kept on talking about his various things. When they were on way to Brill Manor, all the time Slitherby was gazing at the door panel of the car, where the two crests, a demi-lion and a greyhound current. While describing the appearance of Venario Salfin Jago, Casey referred to her altered hairstyle. Slitherby sat dumbstruck on learning that Mrs. Salfin Venario Salfin Jago had changed her dark brown hair to blonde just 5 weeks ago. Slitherby realized that Bertie had not lied to him, but that he had mistaken him for a fraud. So what we come to hear is, children, Slitherby's behavior towards Bertie cannot be accepted. But in the end, he realized that Mrs. Salfin changed her hairstyle only recently and that the family used 2 kinds of crest. Thus, his judgment turned out to be a wrong one. So what we come to here learn is, he considered himself smart and very observant. He suspected Bertie to be cheat and refused to lend him money. In the end, he was shocked to learn that his judgment was wrong and that Bertie was honestly telling the truth. So his judgment was based on 2 factors. What were the 2 factors? He found a discrepancy in the crest. Secondly, the description of Mrs. Salfin hair raised suspicion in his mind. Mrs. Salfin changed to a blonde 5 weeks ago, but her son met her 6 months ago. Slitherby knew about only 1 crest, but their family had used 2 crests. This was the thing, he was mistaken. So there is a theme, seeing is believing. So this is the idea what we get in this lesson. One can believe only if one sees something. Have you understood? Otherwise, it may not be true on all occasions. Eyes are duped, that one believes cannot be true. In this story, Slitherby was a witness to some incident. He was traveling to meet Mrs. Salfin, who was blunt. When he met her last, he received a letter from her with 1 crest only. So he believed 2 things he had